What's going on, everybody? On here. I want to spend some time talking about storage and shelving. Kind of the the lost art or hidden, kind of bitch, if you will, about Pokemon, Magic, TCG collecting is storage is difficult. So I want to walk through a couple options, and part of the reason I want to do this is Costco has a deal that quite honestly is phenomenal right now, at least in the shop by me. But I want to walk through options and and anybody who has multiple cases of product, you can put it in your closet, but a lot of the racking that's in closets historically doesn't handle weight very well. Um, you can stack it up, but once you get 4 or 5 cases high, you know the 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 structure of the cases start to kind of smush a little bit. So what I've found is the best solution is to go with some of these boltless shelving or boltless shelves here. And I want to walk through, you know, two different items that I've gotten and I've had a lot of luck with so far. So the first of which is Uline, and I bought 3 of these early on, and they are super heavy duty. Like you could jump up and down on these things, the individual the press board in between. I mean, it's like 3/4 of an inch thick. They're heavy. The 3 were delivered on a pallet. But I want to walk through this real quick. So I got the 72-inch, so you're basically 6 foot. Um, and I got the 48 by 24 by 72. So you're 6 foot high. And again, you're going to have a board on the top. So you basically have five surface areas to stack boxes on. You're 4 feet wide and 2 feet deep. And the reason why it's important to be 2 feet deep is if you're stacking Pokemon Center ETBs, you can get 2 levels deep on that. Now, if you're stacking regular booster box cases, you can't. So you'll have to do 1 horizontal and 1 vertical. So, not the perfect situation, but quite honestly, for the extra, $20-$30, I'd rather have the extra depth because you're going to take up the space anyway on the wall. So in something like this, you have 5 shelves and you can adjust them, and they're actually really cool. It is probably take you a half hour, 25 minutes, 20 minutes to put the first one together, and then once you get the hang of it, it's pretty straightforward. So you have your 4 individual beams, you have your sides that lock, and then you have the long piece that locks. You can see here it's boltless. Just take a rubber mallet or a regular hammer. You can't really smash it because the steel's super thick. But you have 5 shelves. And what's interesting, and again, you can set these up depending on what you're storing. So it gives you a little bit of flexibility. But in an area like this, and really stacking, call it 3 high on the top, I can fit about 120 cases of Pokemon cards. So that's between booster boxes, ETBs, bundles, Pokemon Center ETBs. So it's super efficient. I mean, look, 120 cases is a shitload, right? I mean, you're talking 120 cases is pretty much what's on a pallet of booster boxes. So for $225, you basically fitting a pallet in a 4 foot by 2 foot area, and you're just going up to the ceiling or thereabouts. Now you can get the 84-inch, so you have the extra foot on the top. But depending on how you stack at the top, you need a step ladder or something. So it's an extra. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt if you're storing in your house or in your basement. I have all mine in my basement, and for the thumbnail, I'll snap a picture so everybody can kind of see what they look like. But that brings me to the next item. So I went to Costco over the weekend. I just did the normal bi-weekly shopping trip with the wife, and I saw something that looked really, really badass. So it's not on the website. You'll have to go into the actual warehouse app, but it's similar to this. So it's Gorilla Racking. Now it's a little bit smaller than this, and now it's 5 shelves. It's effectively the same dimensions of this. It might be 70 inches instead of 72, but it's the same. Now the shelving itself is a little bit thinner. It's only about 3/8 of an inch. So if you step on it, it's going to be a problem. You're going to go right through it. But when you're stacking boxes on and you're distributing the weight, it's actually quite nice, because if you look at these here, you don't have the side supports on the two off shelves, but you do in these. So again, I'll take a picture of it, but it's item 1600212. So if you're on the app and you search for that, they're $90. I think it was $79.99 in store, which is phenomenal. So the Uline version was $225 plus shipping, I believe, and it's freight. This is basically a third of the price. And again, it's not this one, but it's similar, and they don't have it on the website. So if you're looking to store stuff, I mean, I picked up two of them. And make sure you take the flat rack or the flat cart and put them in there. They're a little on the heavy side. If you're a normal sized dude, you can move them around pretty much by yourself. But from a storage perspective, you're really not going to beat it. $80-$90 for one of these to be able to store 120 cases. It's phenomenal. So I just wanted to put that out there. And I'll leave the link in the Discord if I could find it. And maybe I'll just use this as the thumbnail. So anyway, guys, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord. Just trying to find some value for everybody. So, bye, guys. Have a good one.